Hey babe, welcome in if you're new here, and welcome back, my badass bitch crew. You already know I love having you here stirring the tarot pot with me. Today's question is juicy as hell. Should you actually confess your feelings to that person you can't stop thinking about? You know, the one, the reason you're doom scrolling instead of sleeping. The one renting free space in your brain without paying utilities. Yeah, them. But before we dive into this mess of a love tangle, quick reminder. This is a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it feels like I'm dragging your situationship by the edges of its split ends, great. But if it doesn't fit, don't force it. Tarot tea works best when you sip what's meant for you. Now, let's stir this cauldron. The first card to pop out, the moon. Oh honey, this screams illusions, mixed signals, and possibly you romanticizing the hell out of this person. You've been daydreaming scenarios like you're auditioning for your own Netflix rom-com, but the reality? It's not so clear. This card is telling me your imagination's been working overtime, and this person's vibes are not as straightforward as you'd like them to be. They might be hot one day, cold the next, leaving you hanging like a text bubble that never turns into a reply. So before you even think about confessing, the moon is saying, check yourself. Because you might be projecting what you want to see, not what's actually there. Next up, Knight of Cups. And oh, here we go, drama central. This is the knight who gallops in with a love letter, roses, candlelit speeches, basically the ultimate romancer. This is you, babe. You've got this whole I'm ready to spill my heart out vibe, and honestly, it's beautiful. You want to pour out your feelings like you're in a damn Taylor Swift bridge. The Knight of Cups says your intentions are genuine. You're not here to play games. You actually care. The problem? Knights are impulsive. They don't always stop to ask, wait, will this actually land well? They just throw their heart out and hope someone catches it. So yeah, it's romantic, but risky. And then the big kahuna shows up, the tower. You hear that? That's the sound of your fantasy blowing up if you rush this confession without thinking. The tower doesn't mean disaster for everyone, but it does mean truth bombs, shakeups, and foundations crumbling if they weren't solid to begin with. If you confess right now, there's a strong chance it rocks the whole connection. Maybe in a way that sets you free. Maybe in a way that burns the bridge. Either way, things won't stay the same. You can't unring that bell. So let's piece this together. The moon says your feelings are real, but you might not have the full story. The Knight of Cups says you're ready to confess in the most cinematic way possible. But the Tower warns, buckle up because the fallout won't be mild. That's not necessarily bad. Sometimes the shakeup is exactly what you need. But if you're expecting a soft rom-com moment where violins swell and the credits roll, yeah, nah, babe. This is more like a reality TV plot twist where someone flips a table. Here's the deal. If your gut says, I can't hold this in any longer, it's eating me alive, then confess, but do it knowing the tower's energy is hovering. It's going to change things. If they're into you, the confession finally clears the air. If they're not, at least you've ripped off the Band-Aid and freed yourself from living in daydream land. But if you're secretly hoping that telling them will magically fix all the confusion, the moon says nope, that's just another illusion. Honestly, Spirit's vibe here is, don't confess just to unburden yourself. Confess only if you're truly ready for things to change, because they will. This isn't about getting the person, it's about stepping into honesty, blowing away the fog, and seeing where the pieces fall. Sometimes the tower clears space for something better. So babe, should you confess? Maybe. But only if you're brave enough to handle the explosion and not just the fantasy. Now, if this reading hit you right in the chest and you're sitting there like, shit, that's my life, drop a pair of eyes in the comments so I know the tea is spilling where it needs to. I love reading your confessions, almost as much as you're dying to make yours.